Well, I'm going back.
I'll be
Good
going.
morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of FSBO Owner Training. We're going to have to contain Kelly because she's pretty excited.
Oh, let me mute.
Oh, Kelly, come on. I'm going to pick on you today. Well, how was everybody's week? Did y'all have fun this week? Did you make any money? Yes, no, maybe, maybe not. Okay, everybody's unemployed. Okay, perfect.
Closing tomorrow.
I have a closing tomorrow. Does that count?
Sweet. Don't y'all owe me some money?
We closed 3.
Okay, so last week we talked about how to get lists for sale by owners. I showed you 3 different places to get for sale by owner leads. One was Google Alerts. The other one was Craigslist, doing a save search and setting up a search. And number 3 was through Cubic Solutions. So everybody had homework. I know you were excited to do homework because I hate homework. Let me add some more people on as we get rolling. This will be recorded from the very beginning. I made a mistake last time and recorded halfway through. So you got to see my last session plus the half of your session. So I hope everybody got that email. If you didn't, let me know and I will send you the recording of session 1 again. So let's talk about homework. Who can we pick on first? Let's pick on Randy Maley. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning.
Randy, I want to know how many leads you were able to acquire from the searches that I showed you how to do in 1 week's time of for sale by owners.
Okay, so I went to your little search engine app, and I started running that. The first time I did like the entire state, and oh my God, it wouldn't stop. I mean, it was like 50,000 and more, and I finally just had to quit.
Did you do for sale by owner or for sale by broker?
No, for sale by owner.
And you got how many?
Well, for the entire state, it came up with over 50,000 results. So
for sale by owner, really?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I went back and kind of revised it a little bit. I don't know exactly what I did now, but anyway, I ended up with
Okay, you froze on that, and I didn't hear what you just said. Tell me what that number was.
3,970.
3,970.
Yes.
In 1 week.
Yes.
That's pretty exciting.
It is. Now that's I haven't weeded out all the, new construction or the ones that come up that are just kind of miscategorized, but that's a pretty good number to start with.
So did you do everything, mobile homes, everything for sale by owner?
No, I didn't do mobile homes. What else was there I didn't do? I tried not to do for rent. I kind of put in there, not to do for rent, but it came up with some anyway.
Where are you located, Randy?
Corpus Christi.
My God. Yeah, well, that makes sense because if you did the whole state, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, moving on. I'm going to show you how to work all those leads today.
Okay,
great. Let's go to Stephen. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Stephen Kingery. You're mute. We can see.
Okay.
There you are.
I'm ready.
You want to catch that later? And
yeah, it's probably a telemarketer, so I'll just or maybe not at all.
All right. So how many leads were you able to get in 1 week's time?
When I went to the what is it, Cubic
Solutions
site there, of course I'm in West Virginia, and West Virginia is a small state. I don't know if you realize that or not. there's more people in Franklin County, Ohio than there is in West Virginia. So anyway, I was only able to pull down about 10 leads, and 2 of those 10 were from Georgia. And evidently there must have been something in their ad that referred to West Virginia or something. It's the reason that
10 leads for the whole week?
well, no, just for one day. I didn't do it.
The homework was for 1 week.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
All right, we're moving on to somebody else. Hold on, Stephen. We're going to move on. Wilbur Lane, can you hear me? I see your wonderful white cabinets. They look clean. Oh, there he is. Wilbur, thanks for joining us. Wilbur, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I had to unmute myself. Actually, this is my first class with you, so I missed
What the hell?
the class. Because I thought this was beginning today, so that was my mistake. But I did preview the video, so I did
So
learn.
you didn't do the homework.
So no, because I just previewed the video today.
Okay, everybody make note that Wilbur is required to do the homework, and you have to tell us what your results are next week. So you better show up.
Not a problem.
I will hunt you down. Like that movie where the guy's hunting that person down, Liam Neeson, whatever that was. Okay, Lynn. Good morning, Lynn. Lynn. Good morning, Lynn.
Morning.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me how your results went for the week. You're muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, my internet's a little unstable. I'm sitting at a trailer for a model home site right now. So,
Okay. So tell us what your number was for the week.
yeah, I did unload the cubic solutions and I was struggling with it a little bit, but I did get Craigslist working, and I really feel I need to look at the video tutorials a little more so I can understand your cubics, because I think it's really powerful having access to the phone numbers and the email of some of the people that they actually put their information in. And I only searched on a real small area and I had about 20.
Okay, so to make this go a little bit faster, because we got so many people, it's going to take up an hour just to hear results. I'm going to call your name. Tell me your total for the week. Nothing else. All I want to hear is a number. No, how you doing? Glad to see you. This is what happened. My dog died, whatever. So I'm going to call you by your name and just tell us your total number for the entire week. So next we'll go with Grace.
So sorry. I apologize. I'm in the middle of something.
Grace, what's your total number?
I truly and honestly, I do not have a total number because we were working with a different system.
Okay, next we're going to go to Augustine. Augustine Chavez. How many do you have?
90.
90 in 1 week.
Yes, sir.
Christine Sanders. How many do you have for 1 week?
0.
Oh my God. Okay, you just got your video yesterday. Kelly Stevenson.
786.
786.
Yep.
In 1 week.
Yes.
Okay. Robert Irwin. I'm sorry. Robert.
Irvin, yes, about 70.
70 for 1 week.
Correct. It was a small search.
Okay. Tony Mitchell.
524.
924.
No, 524.
524. Well, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the largest number so far. Stacy Greenlee.
You know, I don't have a final number. I had 416, but they weren't right. They were a bunch of investor leads, a bunch of junk. So I don't know what the final number is.
All right. Marion Scott.
467.
That's a good number. Bobby Lester. One more time, Bobby. Unmute. One more time.
83.
Say that again.
883.
883.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the winner so far? 900? Somebody had 9. Is anybody higher than 900?
Well, for the whole entire state of Texas, I had 3970.
Oh,
So Texas is a big state, yeah.
3970, then 900, then Bobby, what was your number again? 8 what?
883.
883. Okay, perfect. Bev Masters. I'll do it next week. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for the sign language. Liz Longoria. Good morning, Liz. Okay, we'll move on. Gloria. Gloria Exum. Yo, Gloria. It's a nice ceiling you have there. Gloria, we love your ceiling. We love your lights. Y'all like her lights? Those are nice.
600.
Lights. 600. Okay. Next is Cherie Jackson. Did I say that right? 624. Okay. Wilbur Lane. Wilbur Lane, are you there?
Yes. Yes.
Talk to me.
Remember I was coming next week because I was giving you my number next week, but I did.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay.
I got 500 off of Craigslist today, so.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Kim Wilsey. Yo, Kim. Kim, talk to me. Okay. We'll move on. Kim, can you hear me now?
Kim says 89. She's got no mic.
Say that again.
89.
89 for 1 week.
Yes, she has no mic, but she can hear.
Oh, okay, good. And the last person, Rose Maduro. Rose, I got 763. Holy cow. Okay, so as y'all, Kim, I'm going to mute you because you're loud. As y'all can see, these numbers are pretty crazy. They range anywhere from 10 all the way up to 3,900 leads in 1 week. Now, for Randy, if you multiply your number times 4, that is going to take care of your leads for the entire year, if you call them. 900, who had 900? Who was that had 900? Okay, but anyway, as you can see with the numbers that I wrote down, 3970, 900, 883, 600, 624, 589, and 763. If you multiply those numbers times 4, that's 1 month of people that are trying to sell their house on their own. That's crazy. So I want to show you some other places to get names and telephone numbers for sale by owners. I'm going to do a screen share. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now this is a list of websites that I've gathered over the years.
Sheesh.
All of these are for sale by owners. I will copy this and send it to you when I send the video today in the email. So as you can see, there's a lot of for sale by owner websites out there. Now, you could always pay for RedX or places like that and just buy these. I'm kind of the mind that I don't like to pay for leads because everybody else is paying for the same leads and they're being bombarded. The other thing that I found out too is that the average person will not call for sale by owners like what I'm suggesting. Most people will call a for sale by owner once, maybe twice, and give up completely. Keep in mind that going after a for sale by owner is like a dating process. For the guys, I'm going to speak specifically to the guys right now. Guys, when you were dating your wife, if you would have met her day one and said, I want to go to bed with you, what do you think their response would have been? Randy, we'll go with you first. Not good at all. So let's go to the girls. Girls, if you met a guy and y'all went on one date and a guy says, I want to go to bed with you on the first date, what would you say to him? Kelly, what would you say? Bye-bye now. Exactly. This is exactly the mentality that you need to have with a for sale by owner. You've got to take them through a dating process. Trying to get them to list with you on the first call or the second call or the third call is not going to happen. It just won't happen unless you tell them you're going to pay them $1 million to list with you on the first call. They might list with you, but it just won't happen. So here's what I want to do. And I talked about this last week. There's two reasons why for sale by owners or realtors don't call for sale by owners. Number one, they don't have enough people to call. And people that have got 3,900 leads, 900, 883 in 1 week, we have now solved your problem of having enough people to call. Now what we've got to do is we've got to teach you what to say when you call them. A lot of realtors won't even call a for sale by owner because for some reason they're scared of what they're going to tell them, which makes no sense to me at all. Here you've been in the business. Some of you have been in the business a week. Some of you have been in the business for 40 years. But yet, with your experience, you're afraid to call a person who has 2 arms and 2 legs and a head, just like you. You're afraid to call them because you're afraid of what they're going to say. And what I found out over the last 19 years of calling for sale by owners, you're going to hear the same stuff every single time you call. It's going to vary between about 10 different responses. But every time you call, you're going to hear the same stuff over and over and over again. So I want to tell you what my setup is on my desk so that you can kind of get an understanding of where I'm coming from. On my left, I have a screen where I put in all of my names and telephone numbers into a system called salesdollars.com. It's a way to call multiple people at one time. Actually, I use a 4-line dialer. Some of you have heard of Mojo. The one that I'm using is salesdollars.com. Tony, will you get that?
Sorry.
That's okay. So what happens is on this screen over here, I've got my dialing system and I'm calling people. I can hit about 200 calls per hour. So in one day, from say 9 o'clock till about 4 o'clock, I can call about 1,000 for sale by owners in one day. On this screen that I'm looking at here, I've got my emails set up. Gmail account is on this screen. And over here, I've got a program up to keep me from boredom, because doing this is extremely boring. Calling people every single day is boring. This one is for Facebook. So I sit there and I'm calling people and I'm doing this. I'm playing on Facebook while I'm making my phone calls. Now, y'all are probably laughing at me thinking, oh my God, how does he do that? Because I've heard the same stuff over and over and over. And so it's like monotonous. It's like, you know, when you get up in the morning, the first thing you do is you go to the bathroom. You don't even think about it. It's just something that you do. Calling for sale by owners is so comfortable for me. And that's what I do. So that's my setup. I would recommend, if you're really going to get strong into a system where you can have an automated system, get 2 extra monitors for your laptop. Have your laptop in the middle and 2 monitors. I mean, it's simple to do. So I've got my whole telemarketing system. When people ask me what I do, I tell them I'm a glorified telemarketer because that's really what I am. I'm not a realtor. I'm not an insurance broker. I'm a glorified telemarketer because that's what I do. I talk to people on the phone all day long. Okay, number 2 reason, like we talked about, not knowing what to say is your problem. So here's what I want to do. I want to do a little role playing, and I want to hear what you're doing on a typical for sale by owner call on the first call. So who wants to volunteer as the realtor? Who wants to be a realtor today? Anybody? Come on, come on. All right, I'm gonna pick on somebody. Kelly. Yes, Kelly. You're the most vocal person in the whole group.
I think my screen froze. What?
we can wait. We'll wait till it unfreezes. Okay, and the person that's going to be the stupid idiot for sale by owner, that's going to be Bobby Lester. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Lester and Kelly Stevenson. Kelly, what state are you in right now?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. And Bobby, where are you at?
Georgia.
Georgia. Okay, Bobby has a house in Georgia. So you're going to call Kelly. Let's hear what you would say on a typical phone call, the first phone call. Go ahead.
Who, I'm calling him?
Yeah, you're the realtor. He ain't going to call you.
Hello.
Hey, Bobby, my name's Kelly with blah, blah, blah real estate company. I'd love to talk to you about your home for sale, but I'm not licensed in Georgia. So let me get in touch with somebody.
You're a wimp. Oh, my God. Bobby, you want to list with her, don't you? Okay, come on, Kelly. You're in Georgia. You're licensed in Georgia.
We're role playing here, okay?
Come on, Kelly.
No idea.
Don't be a weenie. Come on, do it. I want to hear what you would say.
Okay. Do I know your name?
Yes, you know his name. Come on, call
Okay.
it.
It's on the screen, Kelly.
Okay, go on. Bobby, don't be shaking your head at me. I can see you.
Okay, go. Come on, seriously.
Hey, Bobby, my name's Kelly with ABC Realty. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Oh, I'm not supposed to say I'm with the real estate company, am I?
It's okay. Just don't name the company that you're with. We got all people from all companies here.
I know. I mean, when I call, I'm not supposed to, right?
I'm not telling you what to say yet. I'm going to butcher your call after you make the call.
Okay. Hi, I'm calling about the house that you have for sale.
Fantastic.
Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, it's a great house. We've lived in it for the last 20 years. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. I updated the kitchen a couple of years ago. It's a fantastic house. You got any buyers?
I possibly might. Can you? What's making you move?
Well, I've already bought my house in North Carolina, and once I sell it, I'm gonna go out and live in Asheville. It's just, but no big hurry or anything. When it sells, it sells. Just just waiting. Just put it on the market about 30 days ago.
Oh, nice, nice. Have you had many people come out?
Oh yeah, people call me all the time.
What do you think the number one reason it hasn't sold yet is?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've got the right price. My neighbor sold it for the same price down the street. I mean, it is January. I hear the spring market's coming up here in the next month or so. So just kind of laying low.
Well, speaking of your neighbor's house, how did you come up with the price?
That's what he sold it for.
Oh, does he have the same house?
Yep, same house.
Same upgrades?
Pretty much, pretty much.
Okay. Well, this Robert guy, he doesn't even go by the houses, but I want to come by and take a look.
Okay,
yeah, you should definitely see it in person.
All right, let's stop right here. I'm only stopping because of time. We got a lot to cover in the next 30 minutes. Tell me, how did y'all feel about Kelly's initial approach to good old Bobby Lester in Georgia, or whatever state he's in? How'd y'all feel about that?
I mean, I think she was asking some of the good questions that you need to ask. Sure, inquire about the house.
Okay, let me tell you what I do different than what Kelly did. And I'm not saying that your approach is wrong. This approach has worked for me. So I don't want you to think that I'm trying to knock you down, Kelly, for your approach.
I'm here to learn.
The purpose of getting a for sale by owner, like I said, is the dating process. You've got to date these people before they trust you. And the reason I say that is because if you have dealt with for sale by owners for any time period, you'll recognize right off the bat that most for sale by owners have a type A personality. Now, for those of you that don't know what a type A personality, they're the people that know everything. I call them the EOE, expert on everything. They know it all. Get to the point. Don't give me tell me about how wonderful you are as a realtor. Just get to the point so that I can go on with my life and I never have to talk to you again. That's their personality. If you can understand that personality of most for sale by owners, then you will do so well going after the for sale by owners. How many of you on this call are type A individuals? Kelly, you are? Bev? Who else? Okay.
A little bit.
Lynn, okay. The other type that I've found that are the people that are very detail oriented, extremely detail oriented. If you ask them a question, they will give you statistics, charts, graphs. They will tell you exactly how the clock is built from the time it starts in the factory all the way till it's put out in retail. So there's two personalities. The dominant personality for these for sale by owners is the type A. That means that you've got to get your message across in a very short amount of time because you've lost interest. Now, the thing that Kelly did that I liked is that you asked questions. That's the key to calling a for sale by owner. You've got to take control of the conversation and ask questions. If Bobby would have asked Kelly a question and Kelly didn't answer it with a question, then Bobby would lose interest because she is going to speak in a statement. The problem, the other problem that a lot of salespeople have, and any industry, they're so worried about what they're going to say that they're really not paying attention to what the other person is saying because they're thinking about what they want to say next. So we're going to play a little game just to show you how people don't pay attention. I'm going to pick on Marion. Marion, can you speak? Can you talk to me?
Yes.
Marion, I want you to play a little game. You're going to play a game with Tony Mitchell. Tony, unmute. So I want y'all to watch how this plays out, and you'll see some similarities in your own self. Marion, I want you to ask Tony a question. Tony, you're going to answer the question with another question. And then Marion, you in turn will answer that question with a question. The first person that makes a statement loses the game. So Marion, I'm going to start it for you. And then Tony, you answer, and then Marion, you take over with his response. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Tony, why are you wearing a black shirt today?
Why are you wearing a orange shirt today?
Marion?
Okay. Why are you wearing a short sleeve shirt today? Like, does this have to make sense?
Yeah, you could just, this is your game. You play it however you want.
Where are you located?
Do you know where Austin, Texas is?
Okay, let's try to keep to the subject that he's asking the question.
Okay.
So try to base your question on his question.
Well, right. His question was, where am I located?
Uh-huh.
So then my answer or my question to him is, so I'm asking him a question, or well, I'm asking him, do you know where Austin, Texas is?
Okay, all right.
Because that is where I am.
Okay.
Okay.
Tony?
What time is it there?
What time zone are you in?
Is it raining there?
Sorry.
Okay, so let's stop right here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the purpose of this game. Both of y'all did pretty good. I spoke to a Rotary Club one time, and there was many occupations that were there. It was probably 100 people at this Rotary Club, and I got everybody to stand up. Everybody who's an A, raise your hand. Everybody who's a B, raise your hand. And so I paired everybody off, the A's against the B's, and everybody was standing up in the room. I said, I'm going to ask a question. A, you ask B. B, you answer with a question, and y'all go back and forth. First person that makes a statement sits down, and A, whoever's left standing, go find somebody else who's standing by themselves. Guess what occupation sat down the fastest? Attorneys. The attorneys sat down the fastest. That's really surprised me because most attorneys are really good at asking questions. So the point I'm trying to make is that when a for sale by owner is talking to you on the phone, Roberto, I'm muting you. When a for sale by owner is talking to you on the phone, remember, because of their personality, they want to be in control of the conversation. So the only way for you to get them to listen to you and for you to take control is to ask them a question. And so if they respond, you want to ask them another question. Does anybody ever watch any TV shows where there's an attorney and they're asking a witness on the stand, like Law and Order, anybody like this? Have you ever seen movies like that? Have you ever noticed that when the attorney is asking the defendant a question, he already knows the answer before the answer is given, and he's got the next question ready? That's what calling a for sale by owner is all about. So when I call a for sale by owner, my number one goal is to get their email address. That's it. As soon as I get their email address, I'm off the phone. So I want to do some role playing with Kelly. Kelly, I'm going to be the realtor. You're going to be the for sale by owner.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Hello, is this Kelly?
Yes,
Hey, Kelly, this is Robert Russell. I'm a realtor. You got a minute?
I do.
Hey, I was calling about your house. Is it still for sale?
It is.
How much are you asking?
$319.
And how many bedrooms?
4.
How many bathrooms?
3.
Okay. And how long has it been on the market?
Just 2 weeks.
Okay. I've got some people that I'm working with that might be interested in seeing it. Do you have a seller's disclosure you can send to me?
Yeah.
Awesome. What's your email address?
Cowbell123@gmail.
Awesome. I'm going to send you my contact information. If you would just reply to that email, send me the seller's disclosure. I'll forward it on to my buyers and get them to take a look at it.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye now. I'm hung up. I just hung up on you.
That was cool.
How long did
I
that
didn't
take?
even have time to think.
Of course. You know why? Because I took control of the conversation. I asked you nothing but questions because my goal is I don't really care why you're doing it for sale by owner. I really don't even care how much you're asking. All I want is your email address. That's it right now on this first call. Because as soon as I get your email address, I'm going to put you on an email campaign. Tomorrow's email that you're going to get from me is going to say in the email, I forgot to ask you when I was talking to you on the phone, if I bring you a buyer, are you willing to pay my commission? When he responds, which he will respond because he got the first email and he sent an email to me. So it's not going to go in spam now. It's going to go to his inbox. That's why the email address is so important. So now I'm going to put him on an email campaign. First email says, if I bring you a buyer, are you willing to pay my commission? He's going to say one of two responses. One of two, yes or no. Or he'll say, what's your commission? And then we're going to go back and forth, 3%. He'll say yes or no. Perfect. So now I'm going to call him a week later.
Kim has a question. She says, what do you say if they say no, or if they say, why do you want that?
Because I've got a buyer that I'm working with. I need to send the seller's disclosure. They're out of town. They want to take a look at it before we decide what houses we want to see. So here's the question. Many of you were probably thinking, or you will think after you get off this phone call, what if you don't have a buyer? So here's my question to you, because I'm going to answer that with a question. Let's pick on Stacy. Stacy, can you hear me? Yo, Stacy.
Hi there.
Stacy, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
If you ran across a for sale by owner that was selling their house for $200,000, and in the conversation they told you they would sell it for $100,000,
Right.
would you buy that house?
Me personally, no, but I probably would look to see if I could find someone that would buy it.
So if it's worth 200 and they're asking 100, that wouldn't make you a potential buyer?
No, not me. Because if in the Colorado market, if they want 100 grand, that thing is probably a shed that needs some major heavy duty fixer upper.
What if they inherited the house and they just want to get out of the house and they just want 100,000 to be done with it?
Yeah, again, why? I mean, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be a home for me, but I would try and see if I could find somebody.
Okay. For me, I would be a buyer for that house. I would jump on that house big time.
Yes, Kelly.
So when the question comes up, do you have a buyer? My answer is yes. Because depending on what you're asking, I might be the buyer. And here's the crazy part. A lot of you don't even think about this. Where do y'all live? I'm not talking about the state. You either live in a tent, or you're homeless, or an apartment, or a house. I would say that probably 90% of y'all, us, live in a house. So if you run across a for sale by owner that's selling his house and he says, do you have a buyer or a realtor? My answer is going to be yes. And then they'll say, which one? Well, it depends. How much are you asking? I didn't answer his question. I answered it with another question. It depends. How much are you asking? Then my next question is going to be, how did you come up with that price? Somebody's really loud and I'm going to have to mute you. I don't know who it is. It's Tracy.
Me.
Who? Okay. So do y'all understand that process? So next question is going to be a week later. I'm going to call him a week from that initial call. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's going to be 1 week. I'm going to call him and say, or Kelly. Let's pick on Kelly again. Kelly, unmute. Kelly?
Okay.
Kelly, hey, this is Robert Russell again. You remember me?
I do.
Hey, when you sent me that seller's disclosure, I forgot to ask you, are you willing to pay a commission if I bring a buyer to you?
What is your commission?
3%.
And that's off the sale price?
Yeah, unless you want to, add like another 2% because you like me.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'll get back with you. Bye-bye now. Hanging up. Now, Kelly, what's going on in your mind right now after that second call?
I'm figuring out how much money that is.
Okay. Anything else? Kelly, anything else? What are you thinking? Tell me what you're thinking as a for sale by owner.
That I have a buyer coming, hopefully.
Okay. Now, 1 week later.
It's been 3 weeks and you haven't brought me a buyer yet?
Somebody is still loud.
2 weeks.
Oh.
Okay. Tracy, I had to mute you. I'm sorry. You're too loud over there. Okay. So I've got them on an email campaign. They're getting an email from me every 4 days. It's been 1 week since we last talked, Kelly. In the last conversation, you told me that you would pay a commission. It's time for me to call you again. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, Kelly?
Yes.
Robert Russell here. Do you remember me?
Yes.
Hey, when we were talking, you said you would pay the 3%, which is a beautiful thing. I forgot to ask you, do you have a pool?
A pool?
A swimming pool?
No.
Okay, perfect. That's what I needed to know. All right, let me get with my buyers and I will call you back.
When are y'all coming by?
Well, I'm trying to get information from you. That's why I asked about the pool. So now that you don't have a pool, that's a good thing. So I'll call you back. I got to get with them.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye now. Guess what my answer would have been if Kelly said she does have a pool?
Oh, great. Perfect.
Great, perfect. I'll call you back next week. So Kelly, with that last conversation, since you don't have a pool, and I called you back the third time, what are you thinking now?
That you're calling asking about things that buyer wants.
Okay.
That I got the house they want.
So how do you feel about me as a realtor calling you?
Honestly?
Yeah, be honest.
I think you're a little wishy-washy that you're not getting all the details up front.
Okay,
But,
I'm okay. I'm okay with that answer. I really am. You know why? Because I don't care.
okay.
You know why I don't care? Because I got 1,000 other people to call.
Wilbur says you're also a busy realtor.
I am busy.
Yeah.
So the reason that I'm doing it this way is to prove a point. Number one, y'all talk too much. You get on the phone and you talk too much. So here's my words of wisdom. Are you ready for this? Shut the hell up. Quit talking so much to these people. They don't want to hear what you got to say. Remember, type A personality. All they want to know is, what are you going to do for me? How fast are you going to do it? And how much am I going to make? That's all they care about. They don't care where you're going to market. They don't care how long you've been in the business. They don't care how many transactions that you've done. All they care is what's in it for me.
You have it.
Period. End of story. Gloria. Good morning, Gloria. We had a conversation. Thank you. Okay, Kelly, what call are we on now?
4th.
Perfect. Time to call you again. Kelly?
Hello?
Hello, Kelly.
Yes.
Hey, I wanted to get back with you. I talked to my buyers about the pool situation. They were pretty happy, but they decided to make an offer on a different house.
Oh. Why?
Can I be honest with you?
I hadn't even seen this one.
Can I be honest with you?
Sure.
They don't trust you.
Why?
Well, because you have it for sale by owner. You haven't used a realtor, so they feel like you're not negotiable on the price. And they also feel like you might be hiding something because you're not using a realtor to sell your house.
Oh. Do most people feel that way?
Most, I don't know about most. I mean, I deal with all kind of people. I deal with houses that are for sale by owner. I deal with expireds. I deal with bank owned. But these particular people, they had to move on to something else. So my question to you is, how many people do you think you're losing because they don't trust you, because you've had your house on the market now for what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks that I know of? You have it listed with a realtor. You're still at the same price. You haven't dropped the price. So it sounds like you're pretty dead set on your asking price. You're not negotiable. Are you negotiable on your price?
Well, do you think we should drop the price?
I don't know. Do you think we should?
I mean, we've had a couple of people come out, but I haven't heard back from them.
So when you say a couple of people have come out, what did they say when they saw the house?
Well, most of them were realtors who just wanted to list it.
Okay. But what about buyers? How many buyers have you had?
Just 2.
Did they make an offer?
No.
Did they come back for a second showing?
No.
What do you think is going wrong with this situation?
I don't know.
Because my buyer wanted to move on. Your 2 buyers didn't even come back for a second look. What do you think's wrong with this picture?
Maybe it's what you said. Maybe it's because I have it listed.
So what are you going to do different?
Maybe you need to find somebody to list it with.
I think I know somebody.
Well, my neighbor's a realtor.
Good.
But
And how many buyers has your neighbor brought to you?
None. But she did say I could call her if I was ready to list it.
Yeah. Well, that could be a good thing. How tight are y'all?
Well, she still owes me a cup of sugar.
But how close are y'all? Are y'all good friends?
I mean, we're neighbors.
Do you trust her?
I mean, we're neighbors.
Let me ask you a question. Since you do have it for sale by owner, what's more important to you? How much you pay in commission or what you walk away with at closing?
What I walk away with.
So if the commission were 20%, which is more important? What you pay in commissions or what you walk away with at closing?
What I walk away with.
So even if the commission was 20%, you'd be okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you some information about putting your house on the market. I'm going to see what I think we should sell it for. You take a look at it. And then if you have any questions, call me.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Okay, bye-bye now.
Bye.
Now, tell me what y'all heard on this conversation. And that's really pretty close to an actual phone call that many times down the road. That was real close to what I encounter when I'm calling for sale by owners. Kelly, how did you feel about that conversation?
Honestly, backed into a corner.
Okay, what else?
Yeah. Kind of flabbergasted. Like, You
Now,
were telling me.
you're a type A personality. Why were
Yeah.
you flabbergasted? We have the same personality type. I just
Yeah.
told you straight up. I can relate
But
to
you were
you.
telling me something I didn't know, and I was
Like what?
surprised I didn't know it.
What did you not know?
That maybe you, because your buyers went to somebody else because maybe they didn't trust me, and I am trustworthy. So I was like, wait a minute. I mean, that's genius to me. That's genius.
So, okay, so that is a normal conversation. If y'all missed that last part, write it down. Which is more important, what you walk away with at closing or what you pay in commission? That is setting the stage for you to ask more than your normal commission. And in class 4, I'm going to show you how to get 7 or 8% commission on a for sale by owner that's talking to a $300 or $400 flat fee listing. So that's what we're up against, because that's what they're looking at. They're looking at flat fee listings, $300 or $400 flat fee. We're done. I'm going in at 7 and 8% commission. So ring, ring, Kelly.
Hello.
Kelly, I sent you that information about selling your house. What did you think about that paperwork?
It's all pretty self-explanatory. Sounds good.
Okay. You ready to put it on the market?
I think so.
All right. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to send you a listing agreement, seller's disclosure, and a form called information about brokerage services. I need you to fill out all that stuff. You can do it through what we call DocuSign. You don't have to print anything. It's all done electronically. As soon as you hit submit, it'll come to me within a minute. So I'm going to send that to you now. Take a look at it. If you have any questions when you get that paperwork, call me and we'll go over it line by line. And then as soon as you hit submit, it'll come to me, and then I'll tell you what the next step is after that.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye now.
At that point, had you already put the price?
Yeah, I gave you that on the CMA that I sent you.
Okay. Okay.
So that's how I get listings without going to their house. I haven't been to a listing appointment in 6 years.
How do you get pictures?
Good question. Ring, ring.
These are not iPhone pictures.
Kelly.
Yes.
Kelly, I got the paperwork. It's all signed. Looks great. Quick question. Do you have pictures that you used when you put it on Zillow? Because those pictures were pretty good. I might need to doctor them up a little bit, but they were pretty good. Do you have pictures?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Can you email us to me?
Sure.
How many do you have, by the way?
About 12.
Okay, awesome. Let me pause my conversation with you real quick. Do we have any realtors in Texas? Kristen Sanders. She's my buyer's agent in Austin. Kristen, can you unmute?
Yes.
Kristen, I've got good news for you. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to go to Kelly's house, take one of our signs, put it in her yard, take a lot box, and if you would, go inside, and I'll give you her number, and go inside and tell her that we need to update some pictures because her pictures, some of them are kind of bad. Would you mind putting up a for sale sign in her yard?
Okay, I'm on it.
Okay, and remember that the sign is all the sign calls are going to you. I'm going to put you down as the co-listing agent. You're going to get 0 commission on the listing side, but you get all the buyers on the buyer's side.
Awesome.
You okay with that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and also one more thing. Can you also put it on your MLS too in Austin?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. Then let me know when it's all finished. Kelly, here's what's going to happen. I've got one of my agents who's going to come to your house. They're going to put up a sign at a lot box. The pictures that you sent me, some of them need to be redone. So Kristen's going to call you. She works with me. She's going to come put up a sign, a lockbox, retake some pictures. She's going to measure the rooms. And then if you have any questions, let me know.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me now?
So you
Okay.
must be the boss.
Do what now?
You must be the boss man now.
So here's what I've done. I live in Florida. Kristen is in Austin. Kristen is my buyer's agent in Austin, Texas. I've got somebody else set up in Dallas to do Dallas listings for me. I'm getting another agent in Amarillo and San Antonio and Houston. So what I'm going to be is the glorified telemarketer, which I am. And I'm going to get these other realtors to put it on their MLS because I'm going to give them permission to put it on MLS as the co-listing agent. Got to be with the same brokerage to make this happen with the brokerage that I'm with. They're going to put up their sign. I'm going to put them as a co-listing agent at zero commission on the listing side, but they get all of the commission on the buyer side, free buyers. So I'm going to end this recording with one question to y'all. Why aren't you calling for sell-by owners to work with them as a buyer? Hello? Randy, you've got 3,970 buyers.
That's
Not
right.
listings, buyers. Randy, when these people sell their house, there's a 50% chance they will sell without a realtor. 50%. Where are they going to move to? Is it going to be a tent, an apartment, homeless, or a house? What do you think the possibilities are?
Most likely another house.
Hello? Free buyers. For you that are crazy enough to pay for leads, call the for sale by owners. Free leads. Have y'all lost your mind paying for leads? It's crazy to me that people pay for leads. In the next class, I'm gonna show you how to get names, telephone numbers, and email addresses from potential buyers in your MLS. Did you know they're there? Uh-huh. Good morning. And we're going to do more role playing. So y'all practice up on that. Think about everything we talked about today. If y'all have any questions, call me. I will have no problem talking to you on the phone today. Does anybody have any questions before we end today's session?
There are questions in the chat.
Oh, hello. Oh my God. What about seller's disclosure?
Where's the chat? Oh.
What about seller's disclosure?
Cool.
Wilbur says, great session. Thank you.
They're talking about the seller disclosure if you have somebody else's sign in the yard. They put that when you had somebody else put the sign up after you've got the listing.
Well, we're going to share the listing because they're the co-listing agent. So I'm going to get them a copy of the listing agreement and the seller's disclosure for them to put on their MLS. So Kristen's going to have Kristen's going to have the seller's disclosure, a copy of the listing agreement, and she's going to put it on her MLS in Austin. I'm going to put it on my MLS in Dallas, and it's going to be listed twice because we worked out an agreement that she's going to promote it in the Austin MLS.
So you put it in the Dallas Metroplex?
That's right. Nitrous. It's going to go in Nitrous.
Nitrous?
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
You need a buyer's agent in Fort Worth?
Let's talk.
Okay.
If you're open, let's talk.
I'm open.
Okay, call me. 972-679.
I got it.
Okay, sweet. Any other questions? Okay, well, it is 11:01. I will be sending out a copy of this recording to you. Bev, thank you with the thumbs up. If y'all have any questions, call me. And your homework for today. Are y'all ready? Be ready for role playing next week. Kelly, I'm not going to pick on you. you're exempt from role playing next week. Lynn, your name might be called next week. Get ready.
I'm on it.
Okay, sweet. Y'all have a great day. If you got any questions, call me, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks.
Bye-bye, y'all.